Well, greetings. Hello there. So, what I'm working on right now is simply some editing of the Northridge High School team pictures that we took yesterday. And I say we because I had a friend, Christian, help me do it since Dawn was busy. And since the weather was crummy outside, we had to shoot inside the gym. Problem with that is all of the teams were practicing in the gym. So we had to shoot in the balcony section of the gym, so the second floor. And there wasn't a whole lot of room. There was a little running track around it, and then the bleachers came out. So we had maybe 3 feet, maybe 4 feet in front of the bleachers when they came out. So we put the teams up there, got a ladder, got up on the ladder, and used a wide angle lens, which is never good for a group shot because you don't get that compression. We normally shoot with a telephoto or a zoom lens at 200 millimeters or longer for the fact that we get compression. That back row comes closer to the front. Shooting at, I think Christian said he shot at 24 millimeters. So again, wide angle, not the best, but that's all they gave us, and it was the only day that they were going to give us. So we did our best. Now, then we had to go do the individuals. Now, the individuals we did on the second balcony again, and luckily this was a brand new gym, and really not much decorations or anything. It's plain, but they did have on 2 of the opposing walls their logo, which was in this case just a big N, a green N. So that's what we actually shot them against. And now I'm just editing those, trying to make them the best I can do with them. So I'm giving them a far shot, which is them and the full logo, and then a zoomed in shot of just them. In retrospect, I should have had them just walk up a lot closer to me and got the logo in the background, but I did not. So anyway, that's what I'm doing right now. I did just get back from Costco, where I filled up one of my tires has a slow leak in it. So I filled that up, got gas, went in, got a new battery UPS backup, because this one, although it works, and if you turn off the electricity, it works, but if there's a brown, it doesn't work. So I'm thinking the batteries aren't good, but I'm also thinking the unit may not be responding to browns very well either. So we'll see. Anyway, that's what I'm doing at this moment. Later on I will be editing a video, a quinceañera video that I need to get out. So wish me luck. All right, we are on the way to the bank. So I've got to deposit all the actually I have to deposit all the checks into the bank that we got yesterday. I gotta wait for this car. So we gotta deposit all the checks that we got at the school yesterday for the senior banners. So I've got to drive kind of into town to do that at our bank. And it's a really nice sunny day out. I might be getting a little too backlit, too frontlit. Can't tell on this little preview screen on the Pocket 2, the DJI Pocket 2, which I actually like, but I like the Pocket 3 much better. Bigger sensor, bigger screen, a little bit more usability, but for size, this little Pocket 2 is really nice. Just a little bit maybe too fragile for my liking. Even the Pocket 3 with its the head on it, the gimbal But that's what makes it so nice, is that gimbal. But it's a tool like anything else. You got to treat it accordingly. For bad weather and a little bit more rough, we get to use their little action cameras, which are kind of like GoPros. Oh, it is bright out. Alright, is that any better? Put my head in a dark spot between two white spots. I don't know if the camera will pick that up or pick up the white spots. Is it better over here? Can't tell because I can't see it now. Anyway, we'll be going to the bank. Well, there's our local airport. Oops. So, see better that way maybe. Have too many planes here, mostly private planes come in. Although once in a while we'll get the Goodyear blimp. And there is coming up, there's a airplane business. I guess it's a passenger service, private passenger service. So, and for some reason, all their planes are outside. So it's coming up in that hangar right there, and all those planes outside. So they've never had planes outside for the past maybe 6 months. They've all been outside. I don't know if they've all been outside or if they've gotten new planes and they don't fit. So anyway, it's called UPS. And looking online and the prices, it's expensive to rent those planes or go fly anywhere in them. So anyway, just got back from the bank. That was mostly painless. I went at 1:30, so I think most of the people had gone on their lunch hour and then gotten back to work because there was only 2 people in there, 2 patrons, clients, customers. So I got right in, and then I gotta turn that on because the truck ahead of me is got some noxious gas fumes. But anyway, so gave her my 17 checks, and it took her a while to make sure her numbers were right because they were all for $55 except for one, and it was for $110. So it kind of, I think, threw her off a little bit. But I told her, take your time, take her time, so no problem. Anyway, now I'm going back home, and so there's the airport field. I don't know how long it is or how short it is, but yeah, we get the blimp in every once in a while because it'll when it goes east to west, usually when it's going east to Midwest, because it's usually going to the Chicago area or whatever, because they've got blimps stationed in the west side, or west coast, east coast. But when the blimp is traveling, it will actually travel along the 80-90 highway, which is pretty much a straight east-west shot. So it just travels down the road, and that way it knows where it's going. It won't get off course. And this airport is right off the toll road, so it can stop here, and its follow crew can stop here, and makes it easy. And if we haven't had the blimp at a Notre Dame game in a long time, but we used to get it all the time. Oh, we're passing the new Amazon place. This is their local dispatch center, and all of these up here are all electronic or electric vehicles. Pretty cool. Now we do have a newly built big warehouse, again off the toll road, so a lot of the things that are coming out of this came just from the warehouse down the street. So we typically get things next day, some cases we get them within an hour, but I think they're still trying to get their logistics and everything worked out between everything. It's just kind of they've only been really functional for about 6 months. Anyway, so we're gonna head back. We're gonna do more editing, and we will hopefully get done with the track, softball, and banners today, and hopefully I can spend more time on the quinceañera video that I need to get out and get done. Yeah, make this turn. All right, there's our little Superfund site. You can see it. So that used to be the Miles Laboratory dump, also I think now known as Bear, and they're the makers of Alka-Seltzer, but it's an old dump, so they are pumping stuff out of that. I'm not quite sure where it goes. I'm not quite sure if they're done pumping or not, but it's all staked off. And there's a pond right on the property too. Again, it's all fenced off. And I'm sure they don't, if it was not fenced off, they wouldn't let you fish there anyway. Anyway,